Hello, hi. If you're watching me again, welcome back. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Nikita and I'm a recovering addict. Um, Today is just a beautiful day, to be honest with you. Yesterday was a horrible day and I struggled and whatnot. But today, although I haven't slept all night, couldn't sleep. I was just so excited to get up. Couldn't sleep properly. I think I've slept for 2.5 hours maybe. But just so excited for the day to begin. I had a wonderful conversation with my siblings. I had a wonderful conversation with my husband, and so all is great. And I was so happy. I even had a little dance party, which I just enjoy dancing a lot. So I took a shower and had this tiny, tiny little dance party for myself, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So yeah, it's a good day. It's a good start, and it'll only get better. To be honest with you, I know it will. Uh, but that's about the excitement. Let's talk about what I want to talk about. Today, I want to discuss ADHD. It's another condition that I've been diagnosed with. I was diagnosed about 4.5 years ago. Now, truth be told, ADHD is one of those disorders that is usually identified during childhood. There are significant markers that can tell you if your child has ADHD, but sometimes they go unnoticed by parents, sometimes they go unnoticed by teachers, and so a lot of people discover that they have ADHD way later in life, like I did. I got to know about it, late 20s, early 30s. And at that point, it becomes difficult to kind of manage it. The sooner it's identified, the sooner there is progress in treatment. But the later it's identified, it takes a lot of medication and therapy to kind of backtrack all of that backlog that's been created because of the condition. So today we're going to talk about what ADHD really is. It's a buzzword that I've been hearing a lot online as well, but it's a serious condition. So I want to talk about it in the most sensitive way that I can. I did pull up some information online to discuss it as well, and then I'll tell you how it's kind of created issues in my life, what examples I can give you, and things like that. Also, today I'm recording on my phone. I don't have my camera with me, so if the video is a little odd, off, just bear with me for a couple of days. My sisters borrowed my camera for a while, and I don't know how to deal with the other camera. I tried it yesterday, and it just wasn't doing it for me, so I gave up on it, to be honest with you. So let's talk about ADHD now. So, ADHD, or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, is a neurodevelopment disorder that affects how the brain regulates attention, impulses, and activity levels. It's not just about being hyper or easily distracted. It's a complex condition that impacts executive functioning, memory, emotional regulation, and motivation. So there are three types of ADHD. One is inattentive type, where the person who's suffering with it will be very disorganized, forgetful, will daydream a lot, will forget things that are very basic, like forgetting to eat also. That's one of the things that happens. Then we have hyperactive impulsive type, which is more about restlessness, fidgeting, impulsive behavior. And then the third type is combined type, which I have. So it's both inattentive and hyperactive impulsive traits. I'll discuss more about the traits and how this kind of shows up in regular life. But let's discuss the causes of ADHD first. There isn't just one single cause. Of course, it's a combination of things that occurs that kind of causes it. But some of the factors that are listed online, or are more, um, what do you say? Um, mm, People are more aware of these symptoms, or sorry, not symptoms, but people are more aware of these reasons or these causes because of the evidence that there is to back it up. So things like genetics, so it runs in families. If a parent or sibling has it, chances are higher that you will have it too. Now with genetics, the issue is that I think, I'm not sure, but I think my father has ADHD, and it kind of explains his behavior throughout my life that I've experienced with him. And the kind of emotional dysregulation he has, that kind of makes me think that he is more likely to have ADHD, um, because I see similar traits in him that I used to be able to see in myself. So that's primarily one thing. Although he hasn't gotten it tested, or he isn't interested also in getting it tested, to be honest with you. And that's a separate conversation for a separate day. But that's one, genetics. Then brain structure and function, differences in brain regions that manage attention, inhibition, and motivation. So it's a structural issue also, and that causes the functioning of the brain to kind of get hindered or hampered. Prenatal factors, exposure to alcohol, tobacco, stress, or premature birth can increase risk. So like I mentioned in previous videos, my childhood was full of stress. I woke up during screaming matches, and I had a lot of people around me that took advantage of that situation, and so I would be under stress almost my entire childhood, because of all of that. So that kind of is a reason also that I may have it. Then we have neurotransmitter imbalance, especially dopamine, which affects motivation and reward. So neurotransmitter imbalance really just means that any chemical that your brain kind of requires to function in a certain way, it doesn't have enough of it, or gets too much of it in different situations, and that dysregulates your emotion, and emotion then translates into actions and behavior and things like that. um, Common symptoms, now this is where we'll discuss what kind of symptoms I had. Trouble focusing or finishing tasks, easily distracted or forgetful. So I had a lot of trouble focusing when I was a child. Although I think I want to say until sixth grade, I used to perform really well in school. And then seventh grade onwards, once we moved to India, I just lost it all. So that stress of having to uproot myself, from a country where I spent the first half of my first years of my life, first development years of my life, kind of caused a lot of stress and imbalance in the way I saw things. So I had a lot of trouble focusing. I would not be able to sit and do a task or complete a task without getting up every few minutes or moving around, just restlessness entirely. So that's with that. And then easily distracted or forgetful. Distraction, oh my god. So there came a time in my life where it got so bad that I would have someone talking to me, I'm looking at them, they're looking at me, we're talking to each other, and mid conversation I zone out. I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm trying to listen, but nothing's getting registered in my brain. There is just no function that is allowing me to move that voice from hearing to understanding. And so it became a major problem, especially for the years that I was working. I used to really struggle a lot in the initial phase of my work experience as well. That's why I did a lot of job hopping when I was young. um, Forgetful, yes. So I would sometimes forget to go to the loo, to be honest with you. I was so not present in the moment that I wouldn't know that I needed to pee. So I would keep, dancing or just moving around, and that's my body kind of trying to control it until I'm able to go to the loo. But there was no attention whatsoever that I needed to go to the loo. So it got really bad at that stage. Interrupting others, blurting things out. Interrupting others, not so much. I think not. Maybe people I know would disagree. So I don't know about that. Fidgeting, restlessness, always on the go. Oh, absolutely. Fidgeting, 100%. Restlessness, 100%. What's next? What's next? What's next? There is no stopping me. There was no stopping me. I would not relax at all. Partly because if I knew that I would, sit down and be with myself, I would have to deal with the thoughts going on in my mind, and I did not want to do that at all. So this was ADHD kind of kept me away from all of that, away from dealing with all of that, by just making me feel that I needed to just rush through things. So and it didn't help that we still live in a city which is very fast compared to other cities and countries. Delhi is extremely fast. I know some of you may have been to Mumbai, some of you may have been to Delhi. Mumbai is fast, no doubt, but Delhi is insanely fast. I mean, if you're living here and you're working here, oh my god, there is no rest. So it didn't help that we were in that environment as well. Emotional overwhelm or mood swings, absolutely 100%. And then with the BPD mood swings combined, it became too much. In BPD, what happens is you kind of have internal split kind of occur if some situation occurs. So for example, if someone's yelling at me, right, and I tell them, please don't yell at me, talk to me properly, talk to me properly. Perhaps 3 times I would ask them to talk to me properly, and then this split would occur wherein I'm no longer listening to anybody's bullshit, and my voice is higher than God's voice itself, and I am the one causing the problem. And that didn't help with a lot of my relationships also, because I didn't get angry as fast, but when I did, it was just rough. It was so rough. I would say things that really cut, sharp, sharp cuts as well. So yeah, it didn't help. BPD didn't help. ADHD didn't help. Time blindness, underestimating how long tasks take. Yes, blindness. And there's one more thing. Uh, that used to happen to me. This was after we moved, and this is something that kind of mm, mm, I'm trying to find the word for it. I can't remember what the word was. But I used to have problem with calculations. I still do, to be honest with you. Math hasn't been easy on me. I hate calculation. I hate math with like my whole being. I just hate it. If you were to ask me a question, this train leaves, that train leaves, I have left the building. My mind has gone away, and I can no longer understand what you're talking about. There is nothing that will help me register that information and make it make sense to me. So ADHD, that's something that happened with me. Time blindness was kind of part of it, but math is where it really just, the symptom kind of shone or did its brightest work. And so yeah, that was it. Hyper focus, being too focused on one thing and losing track of everything else. uh, this kind of is a little helpful, to be honest with you. The hyper focus, when those episodes occur, I get things done like that. I'm in this mood and this drive, and I enjoy it. So it's kind of a superpower at that stage. So the hyper focus part I enjoy. I like that it's part of ADHD, but after that episode, what happens is you have a crash uh, kind of come up, and that becomes difficult. So you're at a high with your focus and everything, and then there is this sudden crash that occurs after that episode, wherein you're not doing anything at all for days. So that isn't helpful at all. But the hyper focus episodes, I really thoroughly enjoy them. So yeah, it can be difficult, and for others, but for me it's the thing that I like about this condition. uh, Treatment options. Now, there is no cure for ADHD at all. It can be managed, through medication and therapy, but there is no cure for it. There are, stimulants and non-stimulants that you can take. I think mine are non-stimulants, if I'm not sure, if I'm not wrong. I take a Terra 40, which is for ADHD, and then I go for CBT therapy as well sometimes. Therapy, like I mentioned in previous videos, hasn't done much for me, because I was able to identify all these things on my own. So when I got diagnosed with it, I knew that I had received answers. So I knew the problems. When I went to the doctor, I knew that these were I was aware of the symptoms that I was experiencing that were not right for me. So I was able to calculatively tell him this is what happens to me and that is what happens to me, and then he was able to figure out through tests and everything that I did in fact have ADHD. So when I learned that I had it, it kind of gave me this sense of relief that I wasn't just making things up in my mind. It was actually a condition that was occurring. And yeah. Then lifestyle changes, of course. Exercise helps. Healthy sleep schedule, any schedule for that matter. Um, uh, you know. Um, a regular schedule that you have and you're able to maintain it keeps an ADHD person at their best behavior. But the moment that cycle breaks, for example, last night I couldn't sleep. So in order to keep my cycle maintained, I'm not going to sleep the entire day. I'm going to sleep at night. Otherwise, if my cycle breaks and the schedule goes haywire, then I am just dead for the next 4 5 days until the cycle kind of fixes itself. So in order to help it along, I'm not going to sleep the entire day. Meditation and mindfulness helps. What I do for that is I listen to a lot of ASMR, and that helps. It helps me fall asleep. It helps me stay relaxed. I kind of enjoy it. I wish there was, ASMR in real life that we could get done. I would love one of those sessions. If there is any YouTuber who wants to invite me for an ASMR session, I would absolutely love it. I'll be so obliged to be there. Yeah, but a few management tips are there as well, mentioned online, like planners, reminders, visual aids. I'm not so good with written information, so because I forget and I don't pay attention as well. So to fix that, what we've done is we have Alexa in every room, and Alexa has set reminders for my medication, for my work, for getting up, alarms, and all of that. So that kind of helps me along. Written notes and planners have not helped me. They might help others. It's a good tool, but it's not helped me at all. Uh, Break tasks into small manageable steps. Yes, that helps. Use the body doubling, doing tasks alongside someone else. Now my husband hates it when I'm in the kitchen, so if he's in the kitchen, he wants me out of it. He's one of those people who likes taking up space in the kitchen, and I also want to take space, but he doesn't kind of like that. So he ends up doing the task himself. But I do things like, peeling peas and cutting vegetables and things like that when he's busy or he's not available. So I do that for him. Forgive yourself for bad days. This is a lifelong journey, not a quick fix. Advocate for accommodations at school, work, extra time, flexible deadlines, and quiet space. Now, the thing with accommodations is that in India, especially, we're still far behind on, disability accommodations. So getting to the point of, physical disability accommodations. So asking them to accommodate a mental health disability is like a far game. Like it ain't happening, not yet, not now. So the difficulty I have faced with this is a lot of times for interviews, when I go for interviews, or when I used to go for interviews, they would have this aptitude test, in which they'll have math questions and things like that. uh, like I said, math, no understanding of it. You'll ask me a question, you'll write it down, I'll look at it, I'll read it. It My brain has stopped functioning. My brain is not ready to deal with it. It's not going to help me at all, and so it's just very difficult. So that accommodation, I sometimes have reached out to employers and explained my situation, but they're not too open for it. So it is what it is. But definitely, as awareness grows, as people learn about it, and more people kind of voice it out, there might come a time where these accommodations will be available, but not right now. Yeah. mm, all right. So, things you should know about ADHD. ADHD is not about intelligence or laziness. People with ADHD often feel shame, isolation, and frustration because they are misunderstood. With the right tools and support, people with ADHD can thrive, often as artists, entrepreneurs, leaders, and creators. So, people with ADHD turn out to be quite creative minded, which, like I said, sometimes ADHD is a superpower, sometimes not so much. But for creativity, ADHD is great. Your mind becomes like a playbook, and you're able to do things in your mind that you ordinarily wouldn't be able to do in the real world. so it helps your creative process. Part of the reason I write a lot is because ADHD allows me to have those conversations in my mind, play out those scenarios in my mind, and they're very vivid scenarios as well. So, like I said, superpower sometimes. Um, all right. This is a long video, but ADHD is a long topic. Um, all right. So that's about it for ADHD. I did write a poem that I wanted to read out to you because today is day 14, the beautiful 14 number, day 14 of trying to love something. Today feels better, not perfect, not painless, but better. I think I'm starting to love the way I spill my thoughts like ink on paper or truth in the dark. Even if no one listens, even if no one understands, there is freedom in release, a quiet kind of power in saying, "This is what I feel," even when no one echoes it back. I used to think that I needed an audience. Now I know I need authenticity. And one day I'll find the ones who hear me without me screaming. I'll find the ones who nod, who say me too, who hold my words like their own. I will find my people. I will find my tribe. I know that now. And until then, I speak, I write. I love the sound of my soul finally being free. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Like I said, I'm in a really good mood, and it's been great talking about this. I'm glad I'm able to do my little part in awareness about ADHD, and the struggles people face with it. Of course, there are more things that I could talk about in my personal life that have been affected with ADHD, but it'll be a very long video in that case. We'll spend probably another hour or so talking about it. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining me today, and please join me again if you can. I'd really love to see, returning people, and it'll make me really happy. But if you're here just for this, and you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, do all those beautiful things that YouTube allows you to do, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you and bye.